soccer is really the story of the birth of American football in a sense. I can remember in 1969 when the college football was celebrating what it thought was its 100th anniversary, dating back to the famous game in 1869. But of course, most historians now regard that as being more of a football match, soccer match than an American football match. And it really wasn't until 1905 when an English touring team called the Pilgrims made a number of appearances up and down the country, really, and regenerated interest in the game. But of course, by 1905, gridiron football had just kind of taken the country by storm, really. And even though it was quite a brutal game, and there were certainly calls to have it either abolished or changed in a significant way, soccer really had a long way to go by then. But certainly it was played in every major city in the country in the 1900s. It just wasn't played in front of the huge crowds or attracted the sort of newspaper attention that gridiron or baseball did. So then by the time of the 1940s and the 1950s, the game is kind of largely forgotten about because immigration patterns have changed and media habits have changed, and you now have things like the NFL and other sports that are rising into prominence. And so the famous World Cup victory over England in 1950 came at probably one of the lowest ebbs of the American game, and it did, despite the victory, it did absolutely nothing to promote the game. It was just kind of a lost opportunity. So I guess you could forgive a lot of people for not really kind of appreciating how far back the game goes, because it hasn't ever really been cataloged very conspicuously. I guess not sort of an individual fact or anything, but just how strong soccer in America, in certain parts of America, was in the 1920s, and how it really did have a chance to enter the mainstream of American sports culture. And by the 1930s, it had just lost that opportunity, at the same time as sports like college gridiron football and baseball were kind of strengthening their hold on the American public. I think there still is a certain un-American epithet or a tag that's labeled on people who are interested in soccer in this country and don't follow sort of more American sports. But I'm still not sure that that's ever going to really disappear. I think there's just a critical mass of people who have time for gridiron football and baseball and basketball. And if there's something kind of that puts the game in a bad light, like violence or a bribery scandal or something, then suddenly that seems to make the newspaper. But if there's a fantastic match or an interesting championship race or something going on, then outside of the major kind of MLS market, it doesn't seem like the American media want to know. And it must be very frustrating to soccer fans and to the people in the media who actually are pro soccer to try and get some space for that. But I think the one thing that's become clear to me in putting the book together is the narrowing of the American sports fan is largely a result of these magazines and networks like ESPN, which kind of focus on the big events to the exclusion of anything that could be classified as, minor.